listen, speak and act like a manager. Question for you. Do you talk more than you listen, or do you listen more than you talk? Because in this video, I'll explain why as a manager and a leader, it's so important to spend more time listening than doing all the talking. As a manager, you should know by now, especially if you've been watching my videos, you cannot do everything. You're good at what you do, you're brilliant at what you do, but you cannot physically do everything. You can't answer everyone's problems. You can't sort everything out for everyone all the time. You can't answer all their questions for them. So it's time to get people to learn for themselves. It's time to get them to learn to think and to do things for themselves by asking some great questions. Remember, you cannot do everything. This enables people to build their self-awareness and start taking responsibility for their actions. Here's some examples of some great questions that you should be asking your people on a regular basis. How do you feel you can resolve that issue? What could be another way of doing this task? Who else could you speak to? Who else could give you some ideas on this? What information do you need to complete this? It gets them thinking of what questions perhaps to go and ask other people, or perhaps clients and suppliers. Why do you think they want it like that? Or how do they like their information? How would they like it presented to them? Gets people thinking before going and communicating with others. What impact do you think that will have? I think it's always a very, very important question, so people understand the impact of their actions. What else does the client want, and when do they need it by? Why do they want it that way? By asking great questions, you don't have to do everyone's thinking for them, and therefore you don't have to do everyone's talking for them. Sounds good? It is. It works really well. Ask some great questions and then do something equally brilliant with the answers. Normally by listening and asking them further questions to get them to build and work things out for themselves. This will develop their confidence and their competence to be able to step up and do things for themselves. This builds awareness and responsibility in your people. They'll thank you for it in the long run. Great to see that you're still with us, and because of that, we've got a free download. This will help you to develop your own confidence and competence in managing yourself and others, and help to future-proof yourself. So by doing less talking and more listening, and by guiding people to find out their own answers and solutions, you'll be enabling your people to step up and perform better. No more spoon feeding, no more taking and trying to solve everyone else's problems. You'll gain trust, respect, and people will appreciate that you're developing them, and getting them to think for themselves. Might not at first, but in the long run, they will definitely feel that. By asking more questions, it creates thinking time, so you and your people can work things out for themselves, instead of them just coming to you because they know that you know all the answers, and without thinking for themselves. Remember, it's a wise person who knows when not to say something. So don't do all the talking. Ask great questions, do the listening, and guide people, often by asking other great questions. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please like the video, and if you want any help on any of these matters, please do get in contact. It'd be great to hear from you.